Now come to the next question. A company announces revised dearness allowance and special allowance for their employee as per the tariff given below. Up to rupees 10,000 basics, the dearness allowance is 15% and special allowance is 6.5%. And from rupees 10,001 to rupees 20,000, it is 17.5% and 9% of special allowance. And from rupees 20,001 to rupees 30,000, the dearness allowance is 24% of the basic and 12.5% special allowance of the basic. About 30,000, the dearness allowance is 30% of the basic and 15% special allowance of the basic. Now write a program to accept basic salary BS. So variable also mention here BS, okay, of an employee. So you have to take the input from the user, the basic salary, and you have to store the basic salary in the variable BS as it is mentioned in the question, but you can just change the variable name by another variable, okay. Calculate and display the gross salary, and gross salary formula is given here, but before that we have to just calculate the dearness allowance and special allowance first, and then we can we are able to find out the gross salary, and then after the gross salary is going to print in the format given below, which is just same as the earlier format. So let's start the program. As in the question, it is already mentioned that BS is the variable to store the value of basic salary, which is actually entered by the user, and dearness allowance and special allowance and the gross salary we are going to calculate. And for this reason I have already declared here three variables, and their data type is float, because the allowance percentage is sometimes it is fractional, so there is a probability of occurrence of the fractional value in the gross salary portion or in the DA or SA portion, that means dearness allowance or special allowance portion. So I just declare here the DA, SA and gross variable as float data type. Now I am going to take the input from the user. So I've just taken the input from the user, basic salary in the variable BS. Now I'm going to calculate, but basic salary actually in dearness, whenever we are actually going to calculate the dearness allowance and special allowance, it is varied according to their basic salaries. So let's see the question first. So according to basic salary, dearness allowance and special allowance actually varied. For the first up to 10,000 basic salaries, the DA is 15% and SA is 6.5%. If BS is less than equals to 10,000, okay. So you can see in the if block there is in the statement portion there are two lines are present, and for this reason the opening and closing braces are become mandatory, and that's why I'm just using the opening and closing braces for the if block. Else if the basic salary up to 20,000, right? So up to 20,000, the DA equals to BS into 17.5% and SA equals to 9%. Okay. Now in the next else if block, if the basic salary is less than equals to 30,000, okay. So DA equals to BS into 24% and SA equals to 12.5%, right? Now in the else block, it means the basic salary is more than 30,000. So there is no condition is needed to write. So 30%. So BS into 30 by 100 and SA is 15% of basic salary. So it is BS into 15 by 100. Okay. So now I'm just going to calculate our gross salary. Okay. So gross equals to according to formula, gross equals to basic, that means BS plus dearness allowance, so DA plus SA. So this is the gross salary. Now I am going to print the output, but in the output portion the output is given in the different format. Let's see the format first. So in the question you can see first one is basic, and then dearness allowance, then the special allowance, and in the next portion this one is gross salary. So I am going to print it. So first one is basic, and then after \t, and then at the time of the print of the variable, you have to be very careful because you have to calculate the number of characters present in the header portion. So in the basic BASIC, so 5 characters only present, so you don't read about this thing. So you are just going to give the \t, and then after %.2f, and then after you are going to give the another \t. But now the question is dearness allowance. How many characters are present in the dearness allowance? DEARNESS. Already 8 character present. Okay, so the character present in the dearness allowance header is so long. So if you use the \t in the dearness allowance portion only single, then whenever you are going to print the special allowance, you use the \t. So \t to make the right distance from the dearness allowance amount and special allowance. So it is %f, and then after I am just going to again write the 2 \t as the special allowance is so long. Okay, now %2f. So I am just going to write down the variable name, so respectively BS, DA, SA and gross. Now I am going to compile this program, and then after I am going to run the program. Okay, so enter the value 15,000. So basic is 15,000, dearness allowance is 2,625, special allowance 1,350, and gross salary is just becoming the below of the special allowance portion. It is 18,975. So the gross salary is not correctly printed. So I am just going to add another \t portion in this here. Now I'm just compile this program again and run the program again. Now enter the basic salary 15,000, and you can see the gross salary amount is just below the gross salary header portion. Okay, so I'm just run the program again and enter, suppose the value of basic salary is 25,000. Okay, so the basic salary is 25,000, dearness allowance is 6,000, special allowance is 3,225, and gross salary is 34,125 rupees. Okay, so in this way actually the last program actually being solved.